But everyone should hold their hands out and they just high five as they, like run through.
At a funeral?
Can you imagine? Sorry for your loss. And you're out.
By the way, if you get hemorrhoids, there's this thing called Neo Healer.
The cream?
No, it's a thing you shove up your ass.
Yeah.
But it's minty. Bro, asshole never felt more fresh than when I tried this on.
Why would you put...
Wait.
Wait, why is there a flavor to it?
Why do you want your asshole to feel fresh? Like,
No, that's not the purpose. I bought it for my hemorrhoid.
Okay.
It just happened to be minty. And I was like, ooh.
Wait, did he go like...
Oh, wait.
Bro, you know when you chew like a mint gum and drink cold water?
And you have that breeze, like that fresh breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My asshole felt like that. Oh, I felt so light. I was like,
He's taking it. She was like, oh, yeah. It's like
a fighter jet back there.
Ever.
bro, legit, I felt like his head and shoulders from my asshole. Like, it was so good.
Oh, my God. You see his hemorrhoid is gone. He's actually still taking it. He's like, I don't know, man.
It's too perfect.
Guys,
It's like, you never know.
actually, that might be good for you because you do pass gas a lot, so...
What is it going to have? I don't think it's going to have a minty smell. Like,
I mean, it comes from the same place.
I think, if you mix
can
shit
you
with
take
mint,
it and then fart so you can see if it gets minty?
Imagine the next
Sure.
episode, he's like on here, the camera's spun, and here we have the anus. Yeah. Go, bro.
Alright, let's start.
Strikes.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Cancellable Podcast. My name is Bardia. I'm here with Kurosh
Hey.
and Faisal.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I hope the camera doesn't get to him before he says hey, because he just like...
He's
He's just like... It's like he's auditioning for a line and it's only one and he's like...
Brother, you don't understand.
Hey.
There is a lot of stress that comes into waiting for your turn. Have you ever felt that? Like
To say hi?
no, because
To
you think
no
of-
one?
No, to cameras. I mean, what was that? Something fell from the ceiling.
I dropped this there so it doesn't show.
Great for the audio. But
It doesn't pick up. So no one knows what we're talking about right now.
but the thing is that there's been meetings where like I'm sitting in the meeting and they're like doing the introductions and I'm waiting for my turn and I'm like don't fuck up and then I completely blank. Oh hi, my name is Faisal. Like it says at the bottom my name, so I don't have to say it, you know.
Okay.
And then I'm like, yeah, I've been working here for these many years. Yeah, haha, I studied here and yeah, it's really
Bro,
bad.
what fucking meeting are you? It sounds like one of those...
AA meeting.
no. You know
Hi,
those,
Faisal.
Hi.
have, you
This is like
have you seen those clips from India on Instagram that they're like presenting their dating profile and looking for a husband or wife? It just sounds like that.
No, because usually when you get into these calls, you know, now because of what had happened with, you know, that COVID and shit, now nearly all your meetings are on virtual. Yeah. So you're sitting there and, you know, every meeting, it's always the same. Let's have a round of introductions. And there's always that one person who gives you such a good introduction. Yeah, I studied in MIT, and then, you know, I found that my dog died because of this, so I built this machine. Like, really, yeah, this is the kind of shit that
Who
people
the
talk.
fuck are you having meetings with, man? John Wick? Like,
I'd be terrified. It's like,
so my dog died, and then 400 people died.
so that's why no one wants to take this call. But yeah, you have a person that's in there, and they're so well versed, and then Faisal, you wanna say something? And I'd be like, hi, my name Faisal.
And I'm retarded.
I'm not going there. I'm like, I work here 4 years. It's a great job.
Just change your name to Simple Jack.
I swear. So I can, you know.
No, but I get that because in terms of like waiting for it to be your turn, because you know when someone comes into a room and they're just shaking hands and like it's not like majlis or like a gathering where everyone just stands and wait a line to be created, you know. So like there's a group of us like standing, and when someone tries to come and greet, you're like, should I extend my hand now or should I like, and you extend your hand and they're like, oh hi, so and so, and I'm like, so bro, by the way, I was talking about, you know, spaceships. Like,
you know,
Space.
like in funerals and weddings here, especially in the UAE, man, there are some funerals you go to or weddings where the line of chairs, you could see the curvature of the earth.
Holy shit.
Bro, it's that long. And you know what? The person who comes in has to shake everyone's hand. So, you know, based on your time, you're closest to the person in question.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So usually the trick is to go late, so you're like at the end, and at the end where no one really, you think no one's gonna come and shake your hand, but they do. So imagine you're sitting by the person who just came one late after you.
Yeah.
So you're talking to them, and then you see someone coming, and you're like, God damn it. Yo, wait 1 minute. And you stand up, and then another person comes, and it's just.
But everyone should hold their hands out and they just high five as they, like run through.
At a funeral?
Can you imagine? Sorry for your loss. And you're out.
Yeah, low five.
That's even
How
worse.
I
It's
Met Your
like,
Mother. That's how I met your mother.
Right, you gotta change the mood somehow, you know.
can you imagine at the end he like does a dunk?
What, on like the guy's husband or like the
You know when
There's like the casket.
teabag.
Whoa. But don't go to any funerals, please. But you know,
I haven't in a long time actually.
great.
just-
Knock
yeah,
on
yeah.
wood, man. Like,
No,
tomorrow is like,
some
guys.
people like you know.
Oh, you don't go to, yeah.
No, some people deserve to die, but but
The
unfortunately,
way he said it is like he should start making some. You know, like, oh, what a shame.
Stay on his good side, basically.
No, I think last time I went to a funeral, I was like 14. My teacher died on a bus. Yeah, but since then I've been to
Maybe
I've
some
just-
other people.
Oh,
died
actually,
too.
no.
Do you want to explain how she died on the bus, or he died on?
He was just old. His heart gave out.
What's he doing on a bus? That's so nerve wracking. Korosh, put that pen.
I was just saying, put that backpack down, bro.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
that's thanks for that story.
you're welcome. I'm here all day, guys.
That's great.
Wait, sorry. Before we get into anything, I want to go back to something.
Sure.
Okay. The episode you guys did together, right? You guys were talking about Dubai Bling,
Yeah.
right? Never seen it, but last year, so Kris Fade, for people who don't know, Dubai Bling is a show about, how do you describe that
The
shit?
seventh level of hell. Sorry.
It's like
Wannabe, like trying to make themselves look rich and shit, right? And it's just bullshit because I saw the preview trailer and that was horrific. Like for someone to have that kind of attitude. And like, so basically the story actually describes more of that. So there's a radio personality, you call it? Radio host personality named Kris Fade, that he's on that show called Dubai Bling. This fucker was on Virgin Radio, right? The radio is called Virgin Radio. They have a morning, like, I don't know, talk, whatever, people like
Call
have
in
a talk,
and shit.
call
Yeah,
and shit. So last year when the first season came out, they were talking and then someone called in. I have the recording of that shit.
Oh.
I have it, but we can't play it. I think we'll have some copyright issues with Virgin Radio, and at the same time, we're pretty much making sure everyone remembers how the guy got trashed on it, right?
Was it a woman who called?
Yes.
I heard that one live, man. That
You heard it live?
bro. I heard it live, and I said kudos to whoever that woman was.
I
It
haven't
was
heard of
fuck-
what
okay,
happens.
so basically, do you know what Dubai? I don't.
He knows more than you most
guys
probably,
talked
yeah.
about the Dubai Bling on
Yeah,
that show,
yeah.
right? So basically, they were having on the radio. They were talking, right? And then Kris Fade was saying, like, he was complaining about how overpriced a suitcase was. I think it was around 18,000 dirhams. Which
A suitcase.
is, I don't.
Okay, okay.
Obviously, it was some bougie ass suitcase, but like, 8,000. I don't know. It was obviously much more expensive than a standard pricing of a suitcase, and he was complaining about it and going on about it and all that shit. And it was like, how?
To
Blah,
be
blah,
fair,
blah.
if you get like a Louis Vuitton suitcase or something, I imagine it's super expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
But
It-
probably, yeah. So that's the thing, though. Like, he was just talking about those kind of shit. Obviously, a brand. Like, he was in Dubai Mall. He wasn't in, I don't know,
sad one.
butt fuck nowhere, you know? So, like, he was in an actual proper mall where it has all these bougie brands and stuff. Anyways, he was going on about it, on and on. Someone calls in. And the woman calls out Kris Fade. And I love this. So, basically, she says, 1 second. I think so. I want to make sure. So, she says that, I can't believe that you're going off about a suitcase pricing where you were just on a TV show showing off how rich and how luxurious your life is, how you don't care about money, and completely showing the wrong side of Dubai, where 90-something% of the 95 or above, actually, let's call it 99. People in Dubai, even if they're extremely rich, don't have this fucking attitude. Like this Dubai Bling attitude of like, buy me this villa, like shit like that.
True, yeah.
You know, I'm not like sucking off. I'm actually
Sucking off.
no, as in like just giving
no.
compliments to Dubai. I'm just actually saying that even people who are rich don't have this kind of attitude.
Yeah.
But this show completely gave off the wrong kind of like side look
Impression,
impression to people who don't know what Dubai is, right? So sorry, just I wanted to explain the story. So she goes off. She's like, I'm born and raised here. It's my home away from home, because she's not she's not a citizen here. And she was like, this is my home away from home, and I've lived here, I have a family here, but you gave up such a wrong impression of Dubai, and I hated it. And to be honest, with all due respect to the producers and everyone who worked hard on the show, this was not the right move to advertise Dubai. And you were involved in that show. You went on that show showing off the lavish lifestyle and attitude and everything like that. But on your talk show where people listen to you, you're going on about how expensive a suitcase was.
Yeah. So
Like, it has nothing to do with suitcase. It has something to do with you, that you have a two-side personality where you complain about shit on a radio show, but when you go on Dubai Bling, you're like, fuck it, buy 5 cars. You know?
But I actually was really lucky to hear that live. And, she has very good points. And the thing is that a show like that, the problem with it is that, it engrosses the idea of, Dubai itself has an image. It has a good image, it has a bad image, like every country in the world, every city in the world.
of course.
And more often than not, it's always the inflated image that's there, And Dubai Bling is not helping any of that, because it shows spoiled people who are, eccentric, just backstab. Like they're all backstabbers and stuff, but this is, urged on by the producers and stuff to make it more interesting, But as an Emirati, as you guys who've lived here, Bardia, you've been here, I think, more than Kurosh.
Yeah, then 1 year.
Yeah, and the thing is that you guys, everyone calls it home here, and there's, there are so many spectrums to this, because no, I'm being serious.
No, sorry, I just heard love on the spectrum. It's the spectrum now.
But the thing is that that's not the thing. And then you get all these comments. Like I've seen on YouTube, if you write Dubai, there's so much negative things about Dubai. People talk about. They talk about, flying in models and doing these things to them, and it's been debunked.
Yeah, that's the point, though, bro. Like, it's just that you shouldn't go on YouTube and everything. But when people from Dubai themselves, a radio host personality, goes and does this and does the complete opposite on a very popular.
No, but what they got wrong about this show was, obviously Dubai is very well known for its marketing, right? But I feel like every time Dubai has marketed something, it hasn't been around people. It has been around their achievements or what they've built. Even if it's the most luxurious thing, the tallest building in the world, or if it's like a gold bar, ATM or whatever it's called, vending machine in a mall or something, it's not around the people. It's around showing that, like, okay, no matter how much money you have, you can live here and be very comfortable and spend as much as you want. What they got wrong with this show was that they try to like apply the same thing, but with actual faces on it. That kind of like muddies it.
No, but you see, I get what you're trying to say, but in all marketing cases, no one's coming to Dubai because they see an Emirati on a camel, or they see something like that for sand. You only market what the place has to offer, right?
Yeah,
and the safety that comes to the people.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is that with that show, they've picked people who, like Kris Fade, all these other people, they're not as big as they seem, and a lot of them faked it till they made it.
In my opinion, Kris Fade, I know they're all fucked. He's probably one of the more normal ones out of all of them.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, because man, you have people on that show. It's like, they are living a fantasy, and what I find very frustrating is because, I've lived here my whole life. I have friends from many backgrounds, people who call it home, and they're in love with the country because there's there's so much more to offer than just that, you know.
Yeah,
and the thing is that what's even sadder is that they want to flaunt, like Bardia said, they want to flaunt what they can buy and stuff. But in all reality, it's just, I think Dubai and how people are flocking towards it, they're making this sort of thing that especially with now how Instagram and social media is going around,
right,
you can fake it till you make it. And people really want to just deceive each other and make these things where, yeah, you know, I bought this thing. Like, you know, do you know how many people who say they own a Lamborghini and a supercar here are actually renting it?
Yeah.
Just for Instagram posts. I actually know people who rent out the spots on a private jet, and you go onto the tarmac and you sit in the private jet and you take a photo in it.
Bro, I went
then you go out.
this was like about a year and a half ago.
That's really sad.
I went on a photo shoot to
Smart for the business person, but the other person, that's
listen, I went for a photo shoot to a studio, like, you know how they have different sets and everything, right? One of them was like imagine like if you take 4 seats of a private jet, built like half a cabin, and it looks identical to a private jet, and the windows, they've been replaced with green screen. So just when I was there, we weren't using that set, but within that like 5-6 hours we were there were like 8-9 different influencers came, sat in that seat, took their pictures, and I made sure I asked them for their Instagrams. Later on I checked, all of them green screened a different background, like outside the window, like so the clouds look a little different and everything. They're like, oh, my trip to Paris. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you kidding?
No, but man, that's the thing, you know.
For like 100 dirham.
And you know, a lot of people come up to me, even like this, like whenever I tell them about how much I'm angry at this, they're like, you know, what's it to you? They're trying to hustle and stuff. But it's out of pure deception. I'm not saying the world is all sunshine and rainbows, right? But these, like, it's so off-putting. And someone like Kris Fade, who's been here for so long, it's still like he's one of the normal people in that show. Yeah. And sadly enough, I've watched the majority of the episodes, not even from Netflix. It's just on Instagram, the cuts
TikTok
and this.
And shit,
yeah. And people watch it, and it's interesting. But you just know how out of reality these people are, and they really bump up their, oh yeah, you know, I want to buy a new villa for my wardrobe. I want to do this. But funny enough, you know, I actually got into an argument with one of them on.
Can you say which one?
Yeah, I can. I don't even know his name, to be honest. But he's the handsome Squidward. Have you seen him?
The flamboyant one?
No. So he's this guy. Honestly, I forgot his name, but he made me laugh.
But there's like 3 guys on there. There's Kris Fade.
No. So this is in the new season. They have a guy who's in there. He's a bald guy, pretty big guy, and he's done so much to his face and stuff like that. And he commented something like, "Let the hater say something. I'm gorgeous and whatnot." So I put a photo of Squidward's handsome Squidward, you know, the chiseled one, and he was like, "Yes, that's the look I'm going for." And to be honest, like the way he said it and how he was like taking the punches at him, I deleted it and I said, this guy's pretty funny.
You should have kept it. That's actually pretty good.
No, but then other people did it and it was there. And the thing is that, like, you know, some of them are interesting enough, but it's just, you know, you get so much media that's full of shit and it makes the country look bad. Like in LA, all these other places in the world, London, it's all the same.
Yeah.
But it's just that here you're getting that, oh yeah, you're from Dubai. You know, you fly in models, you do this kind of stuff, you do weird things. Okay, what about we're one of the safest countries in the world, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't get clicks, does it?
Yeah, no, but that's the thing.
Did you see the shit? Sorry, go on. Like,
they even talk about, you know, you guys don't have the, you know, right laws that are going on for workers and stuff. We're building on it. We're doing something about it, you know. But it's always the negative that goes on. Like I saw one time a guy got, in the UK, he came to Dubai and he brought drugs to Dubai. So he's doing a sentence.
Right.
And in the UK, they're like, no, human rights, you know, don't bring drugs to a country that doesn't allow drugs.
Yeah, it's like that NBA bitch that got arrested in Russia for taking drugs there. And they're like...
They only got her out because she was black and she was a lesbian.
No, there was something about it. They did a swap.
Bro, you know who they swapped her with? The guy's name is the Merchant of Death.
Yeah.
Also, there was something to it, bro. There's no way they...
No.
No offense to her.
There was nothing but publicity in it.
There's
So
another guy.
she was a NBA,
WNBA.
WNBA star. I think she's either lesbian or something like that.
She's husband.
And she took either CBD or cannabis with her, knowing damn well it's illegal there. But she took it either as a liquid or vape form. She gets arrested. Everyone is saying that like, oh, it was because like at the time the tension between Russia and US was high, and it was like a
At the time.
yeah, well, yeah,
Sure.
But the crazy part is, at the same time, another guy that is an ex-marine from US, and people suspect. Well, he got arrested in Russia as well. I think way before her for suspicion of him being part of CIA or like being there for other reasons. They had the choice. Russia publicly said this to make US look bad. They're like, you can either trade the merchant of death for your ex-soldier, even if you're saying he's not CIA, or for this WNBA player that knowingly brought something that was illegal to a country, and they just left the soldier there.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
Yeah,
Man.
that's the outrageous part of it.
And
Because Biden's administration wanted to look good in front of the LGBTQs.
cuties. But that's the thing. It's like
Bro, Biden, honestly, quote Trump. Honestly, like Trump should. If it's compared to between the two of them, honestly, you want to sit here and tell me that you want a puppet, or you want a puppet literally because the guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
No, but that's
or the other one. Sorry, I have a point to tell you. Is that first of all, every news is all negative. There's no positive news saying that, oh my god, today puppy was saved from the fucking drain. You know what I'm saying? Like every news, everything is, all the sources have all negative shit to say, because that's what get like spread around and like sent to each other and everything like that.
bad news travels fast.
And to be honest, I don't know who was talking about this. I think it was Rogan, actually, most probably. Before, we had limited news network channels that like we got the news from. We're not saying that they gave the right, unbiased kind of a news, but that was it. At the same time that, yeah, because there's so many unlimited kind of, in a sense, source of news, you can like actually dig deeper into everything that's been like published. But people don't have that. People have like very limited attention span. They just read articles. Like no
Just
one
the
goes on
title.
headlines, yeah.
headlines, literally, like they'll be like, oh, this is that. So, oh my god, yeah, people are
And they just repeat
like
it.
that's it. And this is what I know. And they talk about it like they know it. No one actually
By the
clicks
way,
the article.
we've done it too many
I
times. on
don't.
this.
I barely do that.
We've done this on the podcast a lot.
We've done it on the
We've
podcast.
read headlines.
We've read a headline and we're like, oh shit, that was a cool headline. But we never looked into it to see if it's actually accurate or not.
You
No,
sure
I'm
about
not,
that?
bro.
Not like about like politics and shit, but like, oh, this guy in Florida killed his wife and fed it to a
Oh
tiger.
yeah,
like,
but
that
the
kind of shit.
Oprah Winfrey one actually. Because,
but that's trash.
But here's the thing: when we talk about something, or I hear someone talk, or even I read something, maybe I don't have the time then, but I then go and look into it. Apparently, Oprah actually is not on the Epstein list that came out. Apparently, it's been false. But like again, I read two sources. There are so many sources that there's for and against that shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
No,
really
look-
hard
look-
to find.
It's just that because the point is because of negative. We said bad news travels fast, yes, and at the same time, no one really gives a shit what the actual truth is. You know, no one actually gives a shit that like, oh, Dubai Bling is a proper representation of Dubai, or no, Dubai has all these fucking achievements and everything that there is. Puberty, if I'm not wrong, is a big Instagram page on, right? So apparently there was a post that said like, this is I think that was the page, but this is the list of all the top 10 safest countries in the world, right?
Okay.
There was like, I don't know, whatever.
Singapore, probably Dubai.
No,
Dubai was in there.
UAE was no, and I had a stroke. UAE was not one of them. Japan was not one of them, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Even Scandinavia, I think some Scandinavian
Bro,
countries.
the thing
So
is that
who the fuck
Canada
is
was
left?
one.
Canada was one.
Fuck
There's
off,
no
Canada?
fucking way Canada's number one.
Man,
That's for sure.
We have friends there that are in Canada and they're telling me it's bro. Have you heard
Bro,
the news?
France
bro?
was on it.
People, fuck
United,
that.
wait,
France are
United Kingdom was on it. It has the highest rating of stabs. Like people fucking like. Has
No,
the
but
highest
but that's the thing. Like
they
it's-
just had to like ban zombie knife in
Yeah,
UK
bro, have you heard of
because
this
there was so many of them and you could order it off of Amazon.
Have you
How
heard
is
of a
it
zombie
safe?
knife, man? It's crazy.
What the fuck is a zombie knife?
It's this fucking. Imagine like I don't know this big of a knife, and apparently when you put it in someone, and when you want to like tear it out, it just keeps tearing and tearing and tearing. It makes the wound really big, and like people are just carrying it in the street.
Bro, they have knives that are no longer just like a straight knife. It's like a spherical knife that when you put it into someone, it rips out, like takes their organs with them out.
Oh, there are bullets like that.
Yeah, but
You know how when
Yeah.
when they want to take it out, it actually like.
but that's the thing. Like, so how are they? But you see, again, I'm not surprised by that because like Forbes list,
Yeah.
Forbes list is a list that people that Forbes believe are the richest based on their analyses and such. That's Forbes. This is another list that someone's saying, "Oh, Canada's this."
Yeah, bro, but that's the problem. Social media has so much power right now that it outweighs the power that of news channels like CNN and shit. Because more people are
By the way,
spending
fuck
their
CNN
time.
and them. They're
Also,
biased as
I'm
shit.
not saying CNN is good. I'm just saying people spend more time on social media. Unfortunately, like I legit do not understand why a person would do that, but they spend more time on these stuff. And a post like that for us who are like we live in UAE, right?
Yeah.
So we know how safe it is. But for a person who doesn't know UAE, what UAE is, they just know Dubai and Abu Dhabi. They don't know what UAE is. If Abu Dhabi. Now, sure, they probably would
Ferrari
know
World.
now.
That's what they know.
But
Yeah.
so the thing is that they think Dubai is the country actually, you know?
Yeah.
So for us, we know, but how much of the population do you think we make up for? All the rest of the like outside of region that they don't know about here, read that. They're like, did you know that Canada's the safest country?
Can I give a devil's advocate, selfish point of view?
Sure.
I know it represents UAE in a bad light and everything, but I'm kind of glad. We already have so much traffic here. I don't need more people coming here, man.
There's more coming, bro. There are more people
Just
coming.
think it's unsafe. It's bunch of people like Dubai. But just don't come. Like, is that too bad?
I mean,
it's a very
Traffic's
I mean,
insane,
traffic
by
has
the way.
changed a
I,
lot.
I had to fucking change gyms because it would instead of taking 20 minutes to get to my gym, now it takes an hour and 10 minutes. Enough, man. Kick some people out. Talk to some people, man. Like,
No, by the way, it's definitely gonna get
okay,
worse.
but not us. Okay.
But traffic's gonna get worse. But I think I read about it today. They are adding 2 more lanes to Hessa.
Okay.
And they're building an extra bridge that goes from Sheikh Zayed to Hessa. So it's an extra bridge alongside of it.
And they're putting Salik on
Al Khail, which, ouch, by the way. I was.
Why are you guys looking at me
Guess
like I'm the
what?
one?
Guess what? It's exactly at the exit to my office. So like I was like, oh, I'm so like 13 minutes away going there. Salik every day now.
Yeah, man.
For listeners that don't live in UAE, Salik is basically
Tollgate.
like
It's Tollgate, yeah.
But anyways,
But yeah, man.
speaking of gyms, oh sorry, continue.
Continue.
So we continued going to Jiu Jitsu and kickboxing with him. Do you want to say anything?
It's great.
Wait, no. Let's give some context. Bardia being someone who's never done jiu-jitsu in his life
Or kickboxing.
or kickbox, any martial arts actually, no?
No.
How are you finding it?
First of all, I love it. I'm loving it. I feel like jiu-jitsu I should do more, which we had a talk before the camera started. I feel like I should be doing more for the jiu-jitsu because I feel like I can't do any of the techniques properly or anything, and I'm getting my ass kicked by everybody, which he gave me the heads up before we even got into it. He was like, listen, leave your ego by the door, because everyone
It's a very humbling experience.
very
But legit, last session we went to, I was rolling with this guy, and it was just, you know how you rotate partners. I look over, Bardi's rolling with this woman, and she's a white belt, 3 stripes, and she's really good. And then I just look at Bardi, like he has his belt, but the jacket is like all over the place, and he's just like, he's looking a little like wobbly, and then he sits down. He's like, she fingered me. I was like, what?
she didn't finger me.
Take this with you.
She went to like she was pulling up the guard with her legs, and then as I went to twist, she kind of like, I think she went for like pushing me to the side, and full on her foot went to my ass. And I was like, yo, whoa, but stop.
And now,
So I got violated there. So that was another great thing. I told Nat about it. She was like, ew. I was like, don't think it was intentionally. like, what the fuck?
imagine Bardia like develops some sort of kink.
From that.
Now I do jiu-jitsu every day, and I lose on purpose.
I'm waiting for the moment.
Whoops.
Anyone approaches him, he just turns his back. Like,
No, but
take my ass.
It's like, obviously she kicked my ass. And then
Fingered your ass.
I mean, and then I couldn't. Like, I was like, so I feel like.
What is it called when you put your foot up someone's ass?
Is there
not
like a
fisting.
scientific term?
Not I'm sure.
Footing?
It's not fisting. What is it?
Kicking someone's ass.
Anyway, like I got my ass handed to me, and then like I couldn't, like I felt dizzy again because like the cardio is intense because I was rolling with someone like before, like her as well, Kurosh, and then I went to the trainer was like, it's okay, sit down for one of the rolling rounds, which is like 4 minutes, and then after his wife is one of the people who like does the roll calls as well, like the rollings.
She's
as well.
black belt, by the way.
She's black belt, and she full on was like, come. I was like, okay. And then she was like, show what you learned. And I would like literally do it. She was like, poof, like on the ground. Poof. And then she's like, it's okay. You have to do this. I'm like, I want to. I just feel like I can't really move right now.
Do you do it from an upright position or are you on the ground?
Mostly
Everyone else does it from upright, but with us, they're like, okay, you can just talk to each person and see if they want to start standing or like on the ground.
The black belts definitely do it on the ground because they're like, I'm going to put you on the ground immediately. So let's just start from there. Because right after her, there was another Portuguese guy, black belt as well. He wasn't even looking at me, bro. He was looking at other people and everything, seeing their techniques. And at the same time, fully like throwing me and all this shit. I was like, fucking. But at the same time, I love the strategic aspect of it. The fact that you have to
the chess
keep,
game of it.
like, you have to predict. And like you have to keep shit in mind. That's why I feel like I'm not doing as much, like in terms of like putting efforts, because I feel like I need to know more. And we did kickboxing. That one was dope. That was absolutely dope. But holy shit, the cardio of that one as well is insane.
You know they have a saying. You know you can be fit, but being fighting fit is completely different ballgame.
Yeah, I'm realizing that now because like 8-9 years of weightlifting, and now I'm getting my hand and ass handed to
But
me.
legit, like the kickboxing class, obviously it's a small gym. So we go, it's me, Bardi, and this other guy and the coach.
Also, it's an 8 a.m. class, so not a lot of people come in the morning.
So we do the warm-up. That guy is like tip-top shape. He's been doing it for 6 months. He's used to it. After the warm-up, you should have seen what the fuck.
Jiu-Jitsu!
Exactly, actually. That's a pretty...
You should have seen like Bardi and I. We're just there like, I can't do this shit
I looked at Christian, I'm like, was that a workout or a warm-up? He's like, it was a warm-up. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, no. I'm like, I need water. Like, I can't breathe. And but I actually, because kickboxing is more straightforward than jiu-jitsu, like it's not like, it's like, you know, jab, hook, and all these stuff. It was dope. When they put us to do it with the bag, he was like, you do it and you keep going. So I kind of got like the adrenaline kicked in. I was doing it, and obviously the shit was like swinging. So I was like, wow, this is dope. The wind like that went out of me by when the bag came out. I'm like, fuck it. Like, it looked like a bitch style. Like, fuck it. Like,
Bardi turns into queen in the middle.
But
the kick was like,
But you know the thing is that, you know, fighters and people who compete, they don't lose because they're in pain. They lose because their bodies switch off. Their bodies, they don't have any more. Like when I told you about Alice Overeem when he came to my house, I asked him because I've always been interested in MMA. And I said to him, you know, what goes through a fight and when you lose or when you win, what is it that affects you, that stops you from fighting? And he goes, your body just gives up on you.
Just pure exhaustion.
Your mind is in it and stuff, but then that, you know, like you do a couple of punches, you're feeling good. And then it's like 3 to 15 seconds later, it's like someone just took the air out of you. Yeah. And then you remember the other guy knows the moment the air's come out of you. Yeah, so imagine trying to recover and someone's beating the shit out of you, punching you in places he knows where to punch you, or kick to check a kick and all that.
Floyd Mayweather, his thing is to outlast the person in the ring, right?
He outpoints. He does the outpoint things. So,
he's so good at not getting hit that it's a lot more exhausting to punch someone and don't connect with them than when you connect with them. So his whole thing is like, okay, you can't connect with them. So you keep punching, you keep going forward, back where he pushes you around, just changes the angles and everything. till you're fucking exhausted. But the thing with him is, since pretty much early in his career, he wasn't able to knock out people because his wrists were broken so many times. So it was just became like a point thing. That's why so many people hated him. It was no one can hit him, no one can knock him out, but also he doesn't knock them out. So obviously people like casual fans, it's not all about like, oh, the sweet science of boxing. It's like they want to see someone get fucking pounded. And he just couldn't do that.
It's like the gladiator games, you know. But the thing is that with you and doing the punching and the boxing and that, man, you're going to realize how, although you are a very fit person, like you gym, you do all of this, bro, now you're going to have to make sure those biceps are able to move sideways.
What
you know?
Fuck. Like, look at all the bruises and shit that I have, bro. Like, it's insane.
But
like,
yeah, I would say also...
And 2 months of I didn't work out for 2 months straight before getting
And bro, your
into
nose also, because you have the deviated septum.
I have a broken nose. I couldn't breathe. The guy was like, why are you The coach looked at me.
Bro, he just goes to the person in front of him. Like, he just...
The coach actually looked at me.
Just grabs the guy's mouth and inhales all his oxygen.
So you're forced mouth to mouth. Like, give me your breath.
The coach looked at me. He was like, he literally, as I was like breathing, he looked at me. He was like, I was like, I can't breathe from my nose when it's that intense. I have a fucked up nose, bro. And he's like, oh, obviously I didn't say it like that.
I think Barry is the only Iranian I know that actually has issues with his nose and doesn't use it as an excuse to just get a nose job.
I
have a deviated
met
septum.
a lot of Iranian women. I go to doctor, deviated septum. But then why'd you do also, like, why is it pointing up? No deep.
Max Amini has a really nice bit about this. Max Amini is an Iranian comedian. And actually, we went famous, I think, for that bit. He was, I prefer everyone just look up Max Amini and Iranian girls or like nose job, and they will come up. I don't want to butcher it.
Speaking of fights, did you watch
Strickland and
Duplessis?
I thought Strickland won.
It was really close, man.
Yeah,
it was
a
really
slug out.
fucking-
But
honestly, I was surprised by Duplessis.
I told you he'll
He's
go
good.
for it. Yeah.
And I felt like Strickland.
He had a
wasn't-
deviated septum. Strickland,
Duplessis.
Duplessis. All his fights, he had a half a nose working,
So I do that on regular
and then he
basis.
got it fixed. And then his first fight after the fix, they were like, "There's a whole different animal."
Like,
He's
his
like,
cardio
he went
was,
to
like,
the guy's like,
insane.
"I can finally breathe."
Bro,
Yeah.
you have no. So I've obviously been to doctors about like how fucked up my nose is because, they explained to me, he's like, basically you have a deviated septum here on the top which blocks it, and then your nose broken in the complete opposite way.
Shit.
So he looked at it. He was like, "What are we thinking?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. I'm here to get your opinion." He's like, "We gotta fix it." I'm like, "No fucking shit." But I don't have the time because they have to break my nose, put a pole in it, like a metal rod in it, and keep it for 3 weeks.
But you should do it, man.
I should because I need oxygen basically, and but I don't have the time.
Can you imagine how much your brain will thank you? I can finally think. Can you imagine?
Oh my god, I will go insane. But
Imagine
the
you film
fast
it,
pace
bro.
of the thoughts I have
his
right
brain
now.
is like, you know how when you like go to Everest and like you're at like 30% oxygen. Like, he's been operating at that his whole.
So I'm
fucking
saying,
life.
imagine
And
if he gets
imagine
100%.
now the way I think. You know how sometimes it's too fast for them. Wait, I need to like slow down from the.
Bro, I'm telling you, imagine if you do it and you are able to use that 100%, bro. He'll be coming in there. I have just solved world hunger.
Bro, did you watch that movie with Scarlett Johansson? It came out a couple of years ago when she ingests a whole bunch of drugs and it breaks in her stomach, and she
Yeah.
basically reaches like
Yeah.
God level. That's gonna be you, legit. Like,
Can you imagine?
Limitless. You know that's my dream.
Limitless is a different movie, but the one he was talking about, it's a very similar context.
That's my dream.
to be a drug addict?
No, limitless. Like remember the pill that the guy took and he could like.
That's a very good
access
movie. They had a
everything?
TV show also.
Yeah.
But
TV
also, did you see the number of addicts that died before him?
Yeah.
He
So,
tweaked
So
it.
you're hoping you're him.
no, but what he did eventually was that he used it to be able to make it constant, not like I need the pill to continue.
I know. I'm just
know.
saying you're hoping you're that guy, not everyone else before him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously.
Can you imagine
No,
rolling the floor?
I want to die. What the fuck? Like, look at her.
But yeah, back to it, man. Keep going at it, and I would say mix it up. Do MMA or do kickboxing and jiu-jitsu.
I'm doing that.
Yeah,
right now.
because honestly, first of all, I'm not shitting on anyone who does jiu-jitsu, but if you ever were to fight a street fight and stuff, you never want to be on the ground. A lot of people have said that.
If it's one-on-one, okay. But if
No,
it's
but dude, you know a street
yeah,
fight. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
when you're in a bar or something like that, and someone can. You're on the ground
We're
already.
in UAE, bro. Like it doesn't even a second before like a fight breaks out. That it's either police or the bouncers. I know we've seen it, but
you gotta like fight off like 8 bouncers as well.
like yeah, but
Yeah, so you want to be on the ground, so the guy comes. Oh,
I'm sorry, bro. I don't care.
Why was that so good?
Bro, even if you know kickboxing, you're not fighting 8 bouncers. Like,
Bro,
one bouncer.
first of all, no one like. First of all, you can't fight them because they just swarm you and then they throw you out. But I'm saying to you, the worst place to be in a room full of people.
oh, it's on the ground.
He's on the ground.
Yeah.
So
some
I
drunk
don't.
bitch puts her heels in your eye.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't want Barty to be like, "Yo, guys, I got this." Come here.
You know damn well I'm there with my camera. Like, let's see how much you got.
Wait, let me do the shrimp real quick.
Bro, let's get out of here. But yeah, man, keep going at it. And,
No, it's fun. It's really fun. It's really fun. We were doing the planks today at the very end, and I swear to God, I have to admit this to you. I 100% was hearing David Goggins in my head. I was like, just say who's gonna carry the boats, and just hear someone shout in your ear. And every time I'm like, oh, I'm getting motivated, the coach will come and like put his foot under my stomach and be like, you're going down. I'm like, I thought I'm being motivated. And then it'd be every 10 seconds you'd be doing that. I'm like, what the fuck I'm breaking in half right now.
yeah, man.
The coach is carrying you as a boat.
Yeah, bro.
He's not bought this shit.
Bro, the coach, like imagine like all the raps and everything. The coach like, you see this, and then the fucking shit is swinging. I'm like, okay.
And usually these guys are the like. I think because all of them have gone through what you're going through of being just manhandled by everyone, that they become very calm people and they never want to start a fight and they're always the nicest people.
He was very nice. By the way, remember the first story I said in the last podcast about the person who walked into the changing room while I'm like almost passing out?
Yeah.
It was the coach for the kickboxing.
Oh shit.
I realized that's
I'm
him.
about to say, oh, you
You fucking loser.
I think it's his English is not that good either. He's Brazilian as well, so I can definitely hear her say like, "Oh, you,
you the guy, yeah, you.
we'll do it again today."
Now you're in my world.
The cardio is definitely easier than Jiu Jitsu though. That's for sure.
It's just different cardios.
No, intense. I'm not. Please, like it's good. It's good.
I would love to join you guys. I think once I get down my weight down, I'll join. But
Bro,
jiu-jitsu, but rolling, no way. I'll just hear my back snap and I'll be like, guys, I don't know how to say this, but
Ambulance.
call an ambulance.
Ambulance.
By the way, did you read the waiver before signing it?
No.
I read it, and it's the funniest shit.
Motherfucker doesn't read terms and conditions. It's like, if you break something,
Bro, I already paid for the membership. Like, what's that gonna do?
No, because I usually read the manuals and everything, but like terms and conditions for like Apple, I don't have like 48 hours to like
read like 40 pages.
Exactly. So I'm like, you know what? Like a sign or agree, whatever. But for this one, the reason I got like kind of interested in reading it is because the background, for example, is white. The font was off-white.
Oh my god!
So I'm like, yo, like, what's in this shit that I'm signing? You know,
if you die,
if you die, not our responsibility.
Yeah, of course.
If you go paralyzed, not our responsibility. If someone paralyzes you, you don't have a claim to stop their membership. They can keep going. It's not our responsibility.
Can you imagine the way you said it? Like,
and then guess what? After reading it, all right, cool, sounds good.
if you die in our premises, we sell your organs. Like, can you imagine if you're? But that's a crazy thing. Imagine you're rolling with someone and here, and they're like, "Oh, we'll get an ambulance or a morgue for him." But continue, class.
Next,
Guys, let me show you how to do this technique. Like, hip tossing the dead
actually,
body.
since he's numb, let's try some shit on.
Who wants a finger? You just
no.
Bro, you're not dead. You're just paralyzed. You're like,
Bro, that actually reminded me of something. Oh, have you ever seen this TV show on Discovery called "I Shouldn't Be Alive"?
No.
So imagine this guy was mountain climbing
Okay.
in somewhere in South America or whichever place has fire ants. You know what a fire ant is?
Yeah.
Usually, like the bite is horrible. So this guy was climbing up a mountain. He falls and a rock lands on a rock that severs his spinal cord.
Oh fuck.
But it severs it in a way that he can't move, but he feels everything.
Great.
And the thing is that he fell on fire ants.
Whoa.
And the fire ants start biting him, and he can feel it, but he can't do anything about it.
Fuck. He died, right?
No, he was alive. Who the hell wouldn't know?
No.
Who would say the story?
Actually,
Found his body.
there was, I think, on Rogan when Joey Diaz.
It's called
came
I
on.
Shouldn't Be Alive, meaning they survived.
By the way,
I shouldn't be dead. Like
But I am.
the
the
narrative is
episode
very...
is 5 seconds long. Just a picture.
Jonathan went hiking. We never knew what happened to him, but he shouldn't be dead.
There was Rogan and Joey Diaz were talking about this, and basically they were saying that this guy like fell on from a very high I don't know, like what was the height, and he got bit by like so many what was it, fire ants that he shouldn't have survived. Just like the face was saying, but the adrenaline from all those bites actually is the reason he stayed alive. So
shit.
so
Like,
His name is David Goggins.
who's gonna fuck up the ants?
Who's gonna? He
But
goes
David
there.
Goggins just
I got the boat.
he's just laying there and he sees like two of the ants not biting. He's like, "Come on, bitch, don't be weak." Like, don't bite
Honestly,
me.
I was thinking that like because adrenaline really overpowers the fear and the fact that your body shuts down usually. Like on the same thing, I don't want to like be repeating the whole Rogan episode, but they were talking about how a person lasted 2 hours in the waters after the Titanic sank and they rescued him. And after a couple minutes, the guy should have been dead. And like,
Wait, there was someone who
down.
actually survived?
No.
2 hours in the water.
Okay, the reason for it was I listened to the episode. The guy was either a chef or something, and when he saw the Titanic is sinking, he just started drinking like vodka, just like gobbling that shit up. And they think one of the reasons he stayed alive was that vodka kept him hot for so long.
No,
bro.
The basically it's just that the alcohol like overruns the
brain, so you didn't freeze up.
so
like,
you don't feel like panic. Like your body doesn't shut down from the pain.
Yeah.
The alcohol keeps you awake.
So
adrenaline, like
2 hours.
is good.
bro,
Are you
or
sure?
you don't imagine you're like, you know what? I like the ship is saying, you know, I think if I drink this bottle of vodka, I'm gonna survive. You drink it and you miscalculate how to jump. You jump off, your neck snaps immediately like that.
And there's some random,
hit
there's,
the beach, you're like a rocket.
and there's like some random fire ants on the Titanic. What the fuck?
Imagine, just like he said, you get so fucked up drunk that you don't realize that you actually survive and you're at land. So he jumps and he just lands on the shore.
Like the boat is not even sinking; it's just at shore.
Bro, imagine you were the chef and you get so shit-faced that you know how people were going to the boat, sir, right this way. So, you know, on the right side's the boat, he goes to the left side, is like, no, what?
No, actually, the guy was pretty heroic. Like, he gave up his seat for women and children. He actually made sure more
Women and men, the women and children had to go first. Men couldn't go.
No, basically, like he was like helping evacuate even the last boat.
Can you imagine? You shit-faced, get on a fucking boat, you fuck. You fuck.
Well, the funny part was they said that after he loaded up people onto the last boat, he was like, "Fuck it." He went back to the kitchen, drank some more.
Really?
He went up.
He didn't even jump. He just waited till the boat sank and he reached the water level.
No, by that point, the ship actually snapped in half. So he just kind of entered the water. Like, obviously not as smoothly as this. He's not fucking Cinderella.
You did it in a way like the ocean caressed him. He's like, come, my child.
Poseidon welcomes you.
Bro, can you imagine he gets in the water?
No, he said it felt
My
like
fucking
thousands. He said it felt like 1,000 knives were stabbing him.
Bro, we've done a cold plunge. This fucking we can go. I'm out. He's there like,
bro. Today for the first day, I started cold showering again. Fuck me, I hate this shit.
I can do it. That's not the problem. Do the cold plunge with me one time.
I don't wanna.
Man,
I'm thinking about doing it tomorrow. Actually,
fire. Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, me too, bitch.
this is the fucking invite, by the way. Like,
No, we don't do it like that.
Did that sound like an invite?
No, I'm doing it tomorrow.
No, I'm thinking about like we have to talk about after because I have to figure out your work schedule and your work schedule and my work schedule.
After 6 o'clock, I'm free.
I was thinking of doing after Jiu Jitsu.
After Jiu Jitsu. You see this? Done.
So crushed. We're talking about.
Should get this guy out of the show. Oh wait, you're also gonna go?
I didn't know till this second. What the fuck is happening? I didn't.
No, but we should do
Next
it.
episode, Faze is just sitting in front of the camera. Welcome to What's Wrong with the World. You know?
My first topic, Iranians.
Did you watch Iran versus the football
Why
match?
do you hide it? Like you say Iran and the
Versus
UAE is like
UAE.
Voldemort. Did you see Iran,
Iran versus
UAE?
UAE football match?
Yeah, I did. I was rooting for the UAE.
No fucking way. Of course.
No, but it was.
I was also
bro.
rooting for
Everyone
UAE.
knew Iran was gonna thrash.
It was good. It was like
It was when I closed the TV to walk away. It was 3-0, and then 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
0-1 to 2-1.
Yeah, it was like a disallowed goal and stuff like that.
Oh,
I was just happy that we scored something because Iran is one of the strongest teams
Where?
in Asia.
Okay. To be very
We do
specific.
pretty well, bro. By the way,
their ranking in the world is pretty
World
high.
Cup, there was shit going on I cannot talk about. So we cannot talk about. So like there was some shit going on. I will explain later. Your confused face will not be solved during this conversation right now. So
Do you like his new attitude? I don't like this attitude.
what attitude?
I don't know. I feel like we should share
you
on
did
him
this.
about
The
it.
fact that I'm answering back.
He got one toe in his asshole and now he's suddenly a new man.
Bro, you made him like this. You gave him jiu-jitsu, and now he's gonna go like next time you make fun
What
of him, he's like, yo,
confidence?
yo,
He's
why
gonna
don't you
kick my ass.
Why don't you roll with me, bro? Roll with me. Why don't you roll me one?
Yeah, but not
What
like,
the fuck? Cut that. Cut that.
No, what the
Do we have time?
Sure.
Yeah. I almost got scammed today.
Please tell me the story of it. I want to hear because scamming
All
is
right.
always interesting.
So I was at the pharmacy today,
Okay.
and just
And they sold him a micro penis condom.
so there was
The
just
scam was still too small.
oh, man. You said let's shit on him, and you all just fucking jumped on the.
No, I didn't say
opportunity.
you. I just said like the scam would be that.
No, but so basically, imagine this. I entered the pharmacy. There are two people in front of me, right? And the pharmacist already asked, it's telling the guy, sorry, if you don't mind, can I help this, do this lady first? And then, like, I'll help you out. He was like, sure, go ahead. The lady finishes and goes out. The guy tells the pharmacist again, tells the guy, like, sorry that I kept you waiting. Now let's, do
your thing.
whatever the order is and everything. So the guy was like, no, it's actually very nice of them to pay for her, right? And there are two pharmacists behind the counter. The other
Say that last part again. It's very nice of them to pay what?
for her.
So the guy paid for her.
No, he is referring to some people who paid for the woman that was
okay.
like right before him. So the other pharmacist that's behind the counter as well, she's like, this is not the first time, or the second, or the third, or the fourth. Like she's like legit like
It's a
has
hustle.
beef with the person. And she's like, every time she comes in, she says, my card is not working. And she asks people to pay for it. So someone else like offers and shit like that to pay for it.
That's really nice.
Oh,
Like a nice
Like
scam, or-
she's been able to get away with it 5-6 times. Like,
honestly, my
those are very nice people.
first
Yeah, the card
question
doesn't work.
is,
Where
why
is
is no
this
one-
pharmacy? That's my first question.
No, but my first question is that like, are they not allowed to tell people like this is not the first time? Like,
you see Kurosh there? He just has a shitload of supplements. Like
you know what?
Animal pack.
Anything like I might use that later on.
oh, my card doesn't work. Does anyone have 15,000 dirhams on them?
If I don't take this gummy bear, I will die. Can someone pay for it, please?
Bro, that gummy bear's for hair. Yeah, no, look at this, man. You think
I will die. Like this, I'll die.
Please be gone.
No, but there's a lot of scams.
No, but wait, there's more to it. So, as you see, like the lady left.
We lost Faisal.
Wow.
You hear what I said?
No,
What
sorry.
did you say?
You were like, I will die. And then I'm like, please be gone.
Okay, before the podcast started, give some context. Faisal was telling us about this medication called herpes.
No,
be gone.
forget it. Some weird ass advertisement. It was weird. The
Yeah,
name
he
was-
wasn't telling us about. Give more context. Actually, he said that he saw on Instagram there is this shit that says herpes be gone. Like
What you
don't
searching
tell him that. He's telling you about one. Like, So
Continue.
anyway, so imagine like the lady finished, there's a guy in front of me, and then it's me, right? So I finish all of that, and then I go out. When I leave, I see that same lady is still standing in front of the pharmacy, right?
Okay.
As I'm walking on the pavement, she goes in to the parking
Oh.
that the cars actually come out of. Like it's like a thing. And but like the way to the majority of the cars like past that. I go, and from the side I see that after I pass, she comes back out again. I get in the car, I see that like the pace is getting faster, and she comes to my car and she knocks on my window. And I'm like, what the fuck? Right? And then she's like, can you roll down the window? And I'm like, okay.
She heard about your micro penis, didn't she?
The fuck is like, stop putting that shit on me, bro. Like,
Well, you can't put it on me, so.
nice, actually.
Don't put on me. Continue.
And basically, she's just starts speaking Arabic to me. And I'm like, I don't understand Arabic. I'm sorry. And I go roll up the window. She's like, no. I don't want money. Full on English now. Like, not
I don't
even,
want any money.
no, like full on English. And then she's like, I live in this. Basically, there's another state in the UAE that like is far. And she's like, I live there. I need to call my driver. Can you please use your phone? So
She's gonna send herself credit and shit. Yeah.
So I'm like, my phone is right there. I'm like, sorry, no, my personal shit. I literally said my phone is my personal, and I do not give it to anybody. I roll up the window. I'm like, can you move so I can pull out the car? Bro,
She puts her hand in the door.
imagine like if I didn't see that shit that was happening in the pharmacy and the pharmacist didn't say it, I would probably be like, if you want, I can like, call the number for you or some shit. And she got my phone. Like,
Yeah, I don't think
it wasn't like, oh, someone scammed me out of
but you're
thousands.
prone to scams. Like I remember a few years ago, you got scammed by this guy that pulled up to you and said, "I don't have gas money to go to Abu Dhabi." Or
that was the exact same one.
Kuwait or some
happened
shit.
to
Okay,
me.
no, it was okay. So basically, I was getting out of my car, and then a car pulled up behind me, and they were like, it was a whole. This was a thing going on apparently.
Yeah.
Still going on.
Really? So, anyways, I got out of my car. I see them. There's a guy in the seat, and then there's a family in the background because the woman and the child, they pull down the tinted window, and the second comes like a face as in like, they
Sad
haven't seen
puppy
a
looking.
grain of like fucking
Rice.
rice in their whole
Please,
lifetime.
can I have some more?
Can I have some more? And the guy just starts saying like, oh, we're from this other country that's like, you can drive to, and we don't have any money for the gas, so can you please help? And I'm like, no, sorry, I don't have any cash on me and everything. He's like, no, please. And I understand. The window goes down, and you see the child and everything. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm like, I told you even this when literally it happened. I was like, even if it's a scam, I'm gonna look at it in a way that I'm helping, right? But what happened after is the reason I fucking regretted it. I go to my car, like pull out because I came from the gym. I had my gym bag. I got my wallet out. I had a 50 dirham note. I give him the 50. When I give it to him, he's like, but this is not enough. I'm like, what you mean it's not enough? I don't have any more. Like, just take it. And he's like, there's ATM close by, but I can go to it. I'm like, what the? He's like, no, it's okay. Thank you so much. And he left. I was so pissed off for that ungrateful piece of scum shit. Right? That legit, imagine he's obviously a thief. That you get the money and you're like, it's not enough, I want more.
Bro, legit, the same thing happened to me. The guy pulled up I think it was like a week before this happened to you. Came up to me, and I already heard about the scam.
I didn't know.
Yeah. The guy came up to me, said the same fucking story. He's like, oh, we traveled here and we spent all of our money. We don't have money to get back, and we need gas money and everything. And I was like, well, you should plan better. I just drove off.
It happened to me again, by the way. And when it happened to me, it was like,
Built up.
fucking, I was like, I don't have any. He's like, no, please, and everything. I'm like, should I call the police to assist you? And they left.
Oh, by the way, the pharmacy thing you just said,
Yeah.
I just realized it happened to me like 2-3 weeks ago. Well, similar. I was outside of pharmacy. I parked my car. I was in Sharjah. And this woman came up to me, maybe in her 50s, and she was holding her prescription and a 10 dirham note. And she's like, she kept speaking Arabic. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying, but I saw that she wants money. So I saw the 10 dirhams, and she kept doing this. So I thought she's like 3 dirhams short or something. So 3
3. Don't spread it in one place.
I thought about it, but the coin thing was in the car, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I gave her a 10 dirham thing, and then I legit at this point I wasn't thinking it's a scam. She kept saying stuff in Arabic, and she kept involving the name of God in Arabic, and I thought like she's praising me or something.
Keep the 3 dirhams, Sonny. Don't worry about it. Call me.
Bro, legit, I was like, oh, thank you.
You motherfucker, I need this shit.
He's probably saying,
Chash.
may God curse you, may God fuck your family, and then you're like, thank you so much, thank you.
Can you imagine? She's like, if I don't take my medication, by God's name, I will die.
But legit, like after like 30 seconds, I see the smile on her face is going away, and it's like becoming serious. I'm like, oh fuck it, I just got in the car and left. But I imagine she was asking for more than 10 dirham.
I think
It's such a...
I think this one was like a 50-something-year-old, 60-year-old woman.
Same, by the way, the one at the pharmacy was the same thing.
Oh.
Like full on, like,
I don't know why in my head,
like all this.
In my head, when you were saying the story, I thought it's like a really hot-looking, like young woman that's getting paid by people. I don't know why.
No, bro, it was like, you feel bad about like an elderly woman and everything, and definitely when they have the thing, they look more innocent as well. So like you feel like to get them you to feel bad and shit, but it's a beggar, a person who's begging for money. They have the audacity to not be satisfied with how much they're getting.
No, but that's what they get you
at. A
at.
beggar and a scammer. A beggar is like when you're walking in Europe. They're on the side of the road. They're homeless. They need whatever, a little bit of money to get food.
Those are passive. Those are passive beggars. There's aggressive beggars also that come to you and be like, "Please, this."
Bro, I have one in the UK. Imagine I went to ATM get some cash.
Why'd you say I have one in UK? Like it's
I
got one of them. I got one of them back in my basement.
No,
you gonna make me money?
Story. I have one story from
actually.
UK. But legit, I went to the ATM. There's this guy sitting there. I think he was with his dog. And I get some cash out, and then I see he's begging. So I give him like, in UK, the £1 is a coin. So I gave him a couple of coins, and then he just looks at it. He's like, oh, I saw you pull out like 3 £20 notes. Give me one of those.
It's just a robbery.
What the fuck? I just walked away. Like, what the
Shit on the...
I was about to say, you want this?
Bro, legit, in my head, I had it that there's no way this guy can outrun me. Let me just grab his hat with all his money and go. But then I was like...
Honestly,
you see where the disconnect is here? Like, bro, I don't want your money. I can take his hat.
Bro, when I was
probably stab him in the jugular.
If someone does that to me and I know that I can outrun them and they can't catch up and fuck me up, I will for sure grab more and be like, fuck you, and just throw it somewhere else.
No, but bro, when I was a kid,
what the fuck is that shit? What do you mean? Like, no. Here's the thing, bro. If you are poor and you don't have money for water, food, or anything, the desperate times that it gets to, yes, you can be like, I need this money to get some water and food in me, or I'm not gonna survive, or my kid's not gonna die out of like starvation, right? But if you get like £3 out of it, you still should be grateful for the fact that you got something.
But dude, you have to remember something, yeah? People being grateful and stuff, there's a luxury to that, yeah? You can be grateful. You don't know someone's circumstances, right? I completely agree with you. If someone told me 20, I'd be like, you gonna suck it? I would, and it's happened to me. There's been times where that same thing you guys talked about with the car, Saudi license plate, guy comes, opens the door, goes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, my brother, how are you? All this. They always start with that, and they always...
Funny thing is, they do it with me, but I don't know.
No, but your beard just gives it away. Like, that must be a mutawa. Like, that's gotta be
for
a
me,
priest.
the talking ever gonna like, thank you.
Like, I'm dying. My son is in the back. Bro, one time, I'll tell you, so in my old house, the gate was open, and I was walking my dog, just about to go back into the house, and this guy runs to me, man. Like, I think he was Pakistani or something. He runs. Man, I thought he was coming to kill me. And I was like, whoa. And my dog is like starting to growl. And the guy comes to me and he goes, okay, sorry. My friend, oh my God. My son, And I'm like, what happened to your son? He's like, he was on a dirt bike and he flipped. He was Pakistani, so I'm making the accent, yeah? And
no way. I thought it was British. What gave it away?
I'm not just making an accent so then people be like, oh, because he's a beggar, he had to be Pakistani or whatever. And the guy's like, he flipped on a buggy. Oh my God. And bro, by the way, we're not in the desert area. Yeah. We're in like Jumeirah 3. Yeah.
And also,
where are the dunes? Yeah.
And also, if you can afford a dirt bike or a dune buggy, you're not poor. Like, that's for sure.
let me finish. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. Like as a kid, I've fallen for it. I'm like, where? And I'm looking at this villa. Yeah, I'm like, where is this bloodshed and shit like that? And it's like, if I don't get him, they're gonna lose his leg, and I need the money now. And of course, me being a kid, I have like 20 dirhams upstairs. I'm like, I hope this helps. I went upstairs, came down. My dad's outside with the guy, and my dad speaks Urdu to him and tells him like, your son had a buggy accident. Where did he have a buggy accident? You just came from it now? Man, this guy was sweating because of the way he ran and stuff. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, wait, Dad's making sense. And then my dad goes, how much the buggy? And the guy goes, man, I don't know. If you can afford a buggy, why can't you afford a surgery? And the guy was like,
goodbye.
Bro, he just like straight up ended and he went. And my dad came to me and said, you have to be careful of these people and stuff. But this, bro, first of all, this guy was overweight. Yeah. And he was old. So the way he was running, man, he was like really selling it, Yeah. Like I have to get the money. He's going to die, That was one. The other one with the car, the 4 people. I remember the guy, first of all, he, again, must have been Pakistani or Indian.
Saudi plate one?
Saudi plate, wearing the Saudi national dress, but he wasn't Saudi because the way he was pronouncing his Arabic was shit.
Well, obviously, of course, you're not going to like...
So
distinguish.
The guy opens the window, and you should never ever respond when someone says to you "Assalamu alaikum."
What?
Assalamu alaikum, like when someone says to you.
But usually when people
in the context,
in that
obviously.
context,
okay.
Someone opens.
Bro,
the window,
next time he goes to the bank, like the cashier says "Assalamu alaikum," he's like, "Fuck you! I'm not giving you money."
You still have money?
He was a buddy sitting there. Assalamu alaikum. Sir, do you want to open your account? Stranger danger. But the thing is that
start blowing a whistle in the back.
no, but it's such a natural response when someone says that because you say it when you walk into a room.
Yeah.
So there's been so many times where I'm walking and I hear them like and we've locked eyes, And the guy then his wife is in the side passenger seat and she's like.
No, it's the roll in the back
And
window,
then
bro.
the 2 in the back rolled, and they were 2 twins. I don't know where this guy got twins,
No, it's for me it was
And
a grandmother with a kid. As in, like you have like the elder and the young.
all demographics.
And the guy was telling me, he's like, my brother, we came from Saudi, and we don't have money for food.
But when you whisper, it's like ASMR in my ear.
The thing is that we don't have money, and my kids are starving. Look at them, and I can imagine going, look hungry. Oh my God, God, nah, food. And then I'm like, I already was like looking at the plate. I'm like, why'd you drive all the way from Saudi here?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
Like,
So I
what
started,
did you eat on the way?
bro, how did you afford the petrol from here from Saudi? You know how long that drive is?
Yeah.
And I'm looking and I'm like, but why'd you do it? Like, why are you here? If you don't have money, why are you in Dubai? And he was getting more frustrated. He's like, you have money?
Yeah, that's the part about.
Yeah, he's like, you have money? If you don't, then I leave. I'm like, oh, I've switched it. I need money. I'm not even. I am from here. I need money.
Bro, this happened to me. No, it wasn't a scam, but this guy, I was parked on the road, and this guy comes up to me with a resume, and he's a civil engineer.
To be honest, I approve those. Like those guys, they're actually not.
Yeah, but this was at a time that I graduated as a civil engineer, and I don't have a job either.
I can imagine Kurosh opens the window. A resume.
Bro,
He just drives off.
legit, he comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, I got this degree in I don't remember what country it was. I'm a civil engineer. I'm here. I can't find work. Do you have anywhere you can employ me or anything?" I'm like, "Brother, I graduated a month ago. It's fucking disease time here. I don't have a job either." And he looked at me.
You want to go? I'll go with you. We go find.
And I was in the family car. It wasn't even like my shitty car. Like it was a nice car. He's like, he gave me that look like, "Fuck you for bullshitting me." Like,
bro, one time it actually
one time I
happened.
told him I need money. I actually told the
I've
guy.
done that.
I've
so
said
many
it so many
times,
times. I'm like, boss, I also
The
need
guy
money.
was like,
Bro,
there's a
especially
time
now
where
with
I was-
Apple Pay, I don't carry cash.
No one
So
does.
every time I'm like, I don't have money either.
He pulls out a fucking P.
A guy told me that there's an ATM we can go to. That
guy just tell him fuck you.
Bro,
yeah?
two
That's
guys.
what made me so angry. I'm like, are you absolutely fucking kidding me? You are telling me let's go to an ATM so you can pull out cash for me? Do you want me to fucking bend over as well? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Probably
that-
costs you less.
Bro,
Not to his standards. It's probably pretty much afterwards. Like he's not gonna pay me.
There's a wax salon around the corner. Do that first, and then we'll talk.
You know what's funny is that's actually happened to me, where the two guys came to the door and they were like, one was crying, like really, really crying, and he's like, boss, he doesn't have a job. Like apparently the other one was doing well for himself. Like
I don't need it, but this motherfucker.
He's like, yo, me, I'm swimming in it. I'm swimming in it. Yeah, him, he's fucking loser. And he was like, here's his resume and stuff. And he's like, but he has no food to eat. I'm like, you have food? And the guy was like, yeah. And I said, look, my friend, I looked into the glove compartment. I had like 25 dirhams, 30. I gave it to him. I said, you know, don't worry, inshallah, things will be better in life and stuff. And the guy went like, so you have more money? Like he just thought you have more money. I said, my friend, I don't carry cash. He's like, boss, FAB, right there.
They know the branch as well.
And I was like, my 25 dirhams is not enough for you?
I could have eaten at McDonald's like a king.
Yeah, exactly. I could have got a Big Mac.
Well, we're not eating McDonald's.
But have you heard the new scam where people call you and they act like they're a part of Dubai police?
Oh, bro, you should hear my dad on the phone with them. He starts swearing at them so fucking much.
I got one.
So much
bro,
fun
I
with
got
them,
one where a WhatsApp sent me the general,
picture of them?
a picture of the head of Dubai police, and he goes, "This is me," and I'm like, and then I get a call from the number. He's like, "I'm from Dubai police," and I said, first of all, it's an honor for the chief of police
to call me personally.
To call me in person, and
on
he goes,
a private number.
Yeah, on a mobile number, saying that you are Dubai police, because I would have believed you, yeah. And he goes, yes, you know, you have a case against you and stuff like that, and you must come to the police station now, but I will deal with it in a different way. And the guy, first of all, was an Arab, had no Arab accent. Again, I'm gonna say he was Indian. Okay. And the thing is
just
that,
like giving a heads up to the audience who are not familiar with this, like let's say 90% of the portion of the scammers, they're all Indian, like pretty much from that background,
because
or
they
have an
centers.
Indian accent. For the other scammers not to be offended, some could be Pakistani. We will include you as well, but that makes up 90-95%.
Legit like buildings floor of like
scammers, like cold callers, but scam. Yeah,
basically.
The thing is that this guy then told me, we know who you are. And I said, what's my name? And he put my WhatsApp name, which was a nickname at the time. He's like, this. And I'm like, how'd you find me? How did you find me to do that? And he was like, you pay us 700 or something like that, and it will get clear. And again, I was having fun with him, and then I saved the number and I called him a couple times later, and I was like, my friend, someone just robbed me and stuff. And he goes, who's this? Like the guy shouting, who's this? And I'm like, you're the chief of police. Hangs up. Call again. Hello, who's this? My friend, you, the police. Hangs up. And then I start tormenting him.
Bro, once I got the same fucking scam, but my Instagram, my WhatsApp, it's not my name or my picture, right?
Your name is unknown.
So sometimes it says unknown. So as soon as he messaged me, I changed my profile picture to a police officer and changed my name to an Arabic name.
Oh,
he was like, oh, I'm the general from the police. I'm like, I'm actually sergeant, blah 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 blah, in this police station. Who the fuck are you? We're gonna come for you. Bro, that guy, I think he burned that number. Can
you imagine? Oh no.
Bro, legit, like I kept calling that number, right? It was off, and then it was out of service, and then a white woman answered that. So I think he just dumped that number. He's like, I'm never touching this again.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know if I can get in trouble for that, for impersonating.
You should not impersonate.
I mean, I doubt that guy's gonna go to the police.
No, but you shouldn't. Like, I mean, anywhere in the world, you shouldn't impersonate an officer, yeah? But the thing is that in that case, I would have done the same. I would have been like, I'm actually...
I was thinking there's no fucking way he's gonna go to the police.
Yeah, I know.
If he's flipped it, I tried scamming this bitch, and this bitch said he was you. I'll go to jail as long as he joins me.
The thing is that
that's how petty I'd be.
A lot of these scammers, when they make the call, they're like, so again, general knowledge for people to know, the Emirates ID we get, which is like a identification card that we have to carry for with ourselves. It starts with the same 3-digit, and then with the 2-digit that's like, if you're born like 1994, this is 19 and then 1994, and then the remaining digits. So they always call and say, we have your Emirates ID on our profile. It starts with like 78419. So if you to make sure it's you, can you say the remaining so we can continue this? I have so much fun with it when they say this shit. I'm like, oh my god. They're like, obviously they're like, there's a problem with the bank, so you have to. Oh my god, is everything
Open your
okay?
UAE pass.
And then they're like, no, yeah, like everything okay. So can you give us this so we can continue? I'm like, yeah, of course, let me grab it. But wait a minute, I also have my mother's Emirates ID and it starts with the same thing. Do you want me to give that one too? And they're like, what? I'm like, also, wait, this is not a phone number. Can you, like, who is this who's calling me? And then they hang up and I call them back and then they hang up.
Don't leave me like this.
So how you doing?
Bro,
What calls at 2 a.m.
Bro, one of them called me like that, the same thing. And he was like, sir, I'm here to call you from this bank. Your card's going to get blocked any minute now. And I was like, okay, which card? And they're like, oh, your credit card. You know, they can't say which card. So he's like, but I will help you because we want to make sure. We just need to update your profile. So is your same thing, number this? I said, yeah, oh, yes. And then he goes, okay, I want you to open the app, and you will get now an SMS. And the SMS legit, by the way. So what they do...
SMS is
so what they
insane.
No. So what they do is that, you know, your UAE pass.
Yeah.
On UAE Pass, which is basically a system where you can do a lot of municipality work from one app in the UAE.
Everything is connected.
Nearly everything.
ID, your visa, your
ID,
medical
visa,
history,
family book for
Bank.
Emiratis and stuff like that. The very scary thing is that when I said to him, yeah, sure, because I was playing along, I was on my bank account, and he goes, you will now receive a text, tell me the PIN. And he got into my UAE Pass, the login. So I started freaking out.
He logged in or he was trying to log in?
So you only need the username.
Yeah.
And then when they do the pass, they'll send you an OTP, which is, you know, a one-time password.
Yeah.
So I'm safe as long as I don't give it to him. Yeah. But I was very concerned because I'm like, how the hell did this guy know? But the thing is that UAE Pass, your login details can be your mobile number. So if they know your mobile number, they can put it. And if that's registered to your UAE Pass, that's it. And I was like... you know, my friend, oh, okay, what else do you need? He's like, yeah, go into your bank account and give us this number, which is access to your account. But the thing that freaked me out was that he got the UAE Pass. And I was sitting there, because I work in the banking industry. So I was like, whoa, oh my God, how is this done? And I sat there and I was like, you know what? Let me go through my UAE Pass because I want to change my password. So I changed my password. But then I realized they just need your mobile number. So they can really trick people into giving that. And it was... Man, it was very crazy, but something so simple. They just need your number.
By the way, every time you can call the police and report the number, and they'll go after that number.
By the way, you know, in our gym, I reported someone. There's this I hope you're watching, whoever it is, some dickhead or dick woman, whatever, parks their G outside Train SF on the pavement.
Okay, like by the sand
area.
But
no, like.
The pavement beside the sand area.
At the entrance.
At the entrance to the left.
Okay.
Where, you know how there's like those three slots in the handicap? She just goes over that and parks.
I always assume it's the owner or something.
So what if it's the owner?
It's illegal.
No, I mean,
there's still a
No. But the brick pavement, that is not meant to carry a car.
Yeah.
It gets damaged. And this guy or girl does it every day. Every time I go to the gym, he's there. So I started taking photos of the car. I took a photo and I put it to Dubai police. Then my friend who was in the gym, he's like, man, maybe the person got angry. I said, fuck you. Who the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
This is, who the hell said you can park your car there?
By the way, when I was, speaking of the bank scam, when I was in Iran, I got a WhatsApp message from, there's this digital bank right now called M-Bank, Admiraya Bank, right? And I have an account with them, and I got a message on WhatsApp saying that, hey, like and the account hasn't been working because I have to actually update my information on it. So they messaged me saying that you receive a message from the bank right now, and I actually did, which is the craziest thing. I don't know how the fuck they managed to do that.
Shit, yeah.
So they were like, listen, just give me that info and I'll update it for you right now. I was like, no, it's okay. I'm out of the country. I'll come to the branch myself and I'll
do it in person.
They're like, no. We've sent you the text message. And to be honest, legit, I kind of got convinced for a second because like I saw it. The message was from the same shit. And then then they were like, give us the info. And then We'll update it for you. And then they even gave me a name. They said I'm from the branch and everything like that. I was like, sorry, I'm not comfortable sharing any information with you over WhatsApp. I'm coming back. When I come back, I'll go to the branch and I'll do it myself. I prefer it this way. They read and ignored it. So I thought maybe there's still, because legit it was a message from that, like the bank that like I got the text message from. And when I went to the bank last week, I went there and I was like, listen, I need to update my information because I know the account is not active. It needs to be updated. And I know, and I think someone from the branch contact me because this is the WhatsApp message. When I showed the WhatsApp message, they were like, that's not us.
Yeah. No bank will ever ask you for any type of information.
They will not.
Yeah, I know. I say the same thing to everyone. That's why I say no. Like I don't like.
I'll just say this again. Working in that industry, knowing it, if there's anything the bank needs to update and it needs a code from you, that's bullshit because they already have that access. The only thing that they would ask you for is to come in and update something. Yeah. They would never tell you, send us the code you're receiving now.
Or they ask you to log into your bank information and just do it yourself. Like, I've had that before.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyways, should we end the episode?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Hope you guys got info on how to beat the scammers. Fuck you again for not being satisfied with the 50 dirham note and the 25 and the 25 and the 10 dirham.
The 10 dirham.
By the way, I love how it's 50, 25, 10.
It's getting cheaper. Motherfucker.
One coin.
The 3 dirham one. If he would have given that, I would have been what a kick. It's like,
but if I was sitting in the car, I would have. I was outside the car. Otherwise, so she had this. Could be 300, 30.
Poor thing has arthritis. She's like,
imagine
you want a nickel? A half a coin? You motherfucker!
25 fils.
Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you like our content, don't forget to check out our social media channels.
Thank you guys.
Don't
See you next
forget
week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Fuck you.
Don't forget.